Okay, I am back. Let iPhone refocus here. All right, it says installation is finished. You can continue testing Linux Mint now, but until you restart the computer, any changes you make or documents you save will not be preserved. Let's go ahead and restart now. Let's just get started. All right, we see two Linux Mint logos going on. It says, please remove the installation medium, then press enter. So remove the USB stick and press enter. Two blank screens for the time being, but I'm sure first boot always takes a little while. Not too much of a concern. There we go. Motherboard splash. Linux Mint logo. Linux Mint logo just popped up over here. Saw a bit of a scroll there for a second. Obviously couldn't read that fast enough to really know what it was doing, but looks like we are kinda in. There it goes, boom! Welcome to Linux Mint. All right, so now we are installed. That concludes part 2 of our journey to Linux. Up next, I want to get OBS Studio installed. Actually, I think we'll do that right now, actually, before I end this video. Why not? Let's go ahead and get OBS installed. I'm gonna leave the splash screen up because I do want to go through everything. But first, sure, let's go. All right. Welcome to your new operating system. This welcome screen will guide you through your first steps, show you how to find help, where to get more information about Linux Mint. On behalf of the development team and everyone involved in the project, we'd like to thank you for choosing Linux Mint. We hope you'll enjoy it as much as we enjoy working on it. Have a great time. Don't hesitate to send us your feedback. Let's go. So I can do all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and do the driver manager, get that out of the way, because I want to install the NVIDIA proprietary drivers and stuff. I'm gonna need those. Yeah, because right now it's using the open source, the Novu open source drivers, which from what I understand aren't great. So I'm going to go ahead and take the latest one, the latest proprietary driver package, which is 535 at the moment for my 2080 Ti. And apply changes. Need to put in my password, so hold on. Authenticate. All right, downloading the drivers. So far that seems pretty painless, which is what I was hoping. Because from what I heard anyway, installing NVIDIA drivers can be a bit of a pain. But also from what I heard, Linux Mint and Pop! OS and Tuxedo, and probably Ubuntu. I'm not 100% sure about Ubuntu, but from what I understand, they all make it relatively easy to install the proprietary drivers. And here in Linux Mint, very, very easy. Just open up the driver manager and go. And then once we get this stuff installed, I'll probably need to reboot. And then once I reboot, maybe I'll do a update. I'll run all the other updates to make sure everything else is okay. And then I'll install OBS Studio. And then once I got OBS and Studio installed, then that will end part 2. Because then for part 3, I should be able to just use OBS Studio, right? So anyway, restart. Fingers crossed that all just worked nicely out of the box. I would assume so. I'm not 100% sure. There we go. Man, iPhone really does not like to focus on monitors, which is a little on the unfortunate side. Again, a little bit of a scroll there, but it's all good. There's the Linux Mint logo, again kind of blown out a little bit on the iPhone, but I swear it's green and white and not just a white ball of death. Again, sorry for the poor-ish quality there. All right, and we are back. Lovely. My Wi-Fi connection's established. The printer's there too. Life is good. All right, we're back to the welcome screen. If the iPhone ever decides it wants to focus in, there we go. All right, let's go. So we did driver manager. Now we're going to launch the update manager. Make sure we have everything there. So this tool provides your operating system with software and security updates. The Shield applies security updates, patch to vulnerabilities, software updates, system snapshots. Linux Mint recommends to set up automated system snapshots and to apply all available updates. This way your computer is always secure. You can go back in time, recover. Okay. New version is available. So let's go ahead and apply the update. Again, I need to set my password. There we go. Updated the update manager, and then you see there's a whole bunch of updates here. That's fine. AMD, Avahi network, bin utils for GNU assembler, blues for Bluetooth, cups for printing, curl for command line evolution, file Firefox, FLAC, GOG, GCC, GhostScript, glib. There's a lot of updates. GNU LTS, GST plugin base, plugin good, Intel microcode, JSON C, Kirby 5, LibreOffice, a lot of libs for X11, SpiderMonkey, OpenJDK runtime, so we're running Java, Python, SQLite, Wayland, cool. I know that Wayland is still kind of a new upcoming thing. As I just scroll through this, I mean, yeah, everything has updates. Yarrow theme has updates. Let's install the updates. It does ask if I want to switch to a local mirror. Usually they're faster than the packages.linuxmint.com, but I really don't mind. It's fine. Install updates. Following will be installed. That's fine. And then again, password. And downloading files. Once all these updates are done, then I should be able to go into the software manager, get OBS Studio installed and set up at a very basic level. Should be good to go. Okay, installing the software. It's probably going to need to reboot after all these updates because there's a lot of updates, including a lot of what appear to be very low-level stuff, like very system-level stuff. It's kind of nice that it lists out all the things that are being updated because Windows is just like, here's some Windows updates. Here's some general security updates. Here's a couple of driver updates, right? Like it tells you kind of sort of what it's updating, but this is exactly like we're updating FLAC, we're updating Firefox, we're updating GOG, we're updating, like it goes through like every little thing it's gonna update. That's pretty cool. It's a lot more transparent, which I appreciate. Also, while this is going, I just did want to state, so where I work, they're very, very, very Microsoft centric. Everything is Microsoft there. So I do have a work laptop. I'm going to be primarily using that for work. I'm going to primarily try to stay away from working on my desktop because I don't really want to tie my work stuff to my desktop anymore like I was doing in the past. Kind of want to keep work and life separate, you know? And I don't want to try to shoehorn Microsoft stuff into my Linux installation. That just doesn't seem cool. So I'll use my work laptop for work, use my desktop for play, tinkering, all that fun stuff, as life should be. Shouldn't be mixing work and play anyway. Having a nice work-life separation and balance I feel is important. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna set up work email and stuff here. Use my work laptop for that. Oh, just throwing a can away. There we go. Configuring Linux firmware. That's probably a big update. There we go. Flying through some other updates. App Armor, blues. Re-added the printer. Now that that update was done, re-added the printer back in. Looks like we're still connected to Wi-Fi down there, which is good. What does that little icon down there mean? Some system reports require your attention. I'll deal with that later. Bluetooth is enabled. Installing updates right now. Printers, Wi-Fi, volume. Show desktop. I'll customize the desktop once I get OBS running. That way you guys can see better, right? Because doing phone video like this, I don't like it. Obviously, screen recording is gonna work out a lot nicer for you guys to see what's going on. But again, getting these first steps done, I can't really think of another way to do this other than phone video because I don't have a capture card or anything like that. So phone video it is. It's all good. Almost done, it seems. Just the last little bits. Last little bits and pieces, and then again, it's probably gonna prompt a restart, or at least a log out, log in. Okay, reboot required, yes, okay. You have installed updates that require reboot. Please reboot your system as soon as possible. That's fine, so I'm gonna go down here and then go quit, and then restart. Come on, iPhone, refocus. There we go. You got this, iPhone. I believe in you. You would think having a newer iPhone would allow it to be better at focusing, especially when shooting. I think it's shooting 4K. Hold on, let me flip this over here. Never mind, I can't really check that very easily. Oh well. I'm pretty sure I'm shooting 4K. If I'm only shooting 1080p, still doesn't matter. That scroll is always kind of funky looking, but it's all good. That's just what happens again. I swear it's not just a white circle. It does show the Linux Mint icon in white with a green spinning background. That boot was a lot faster, which is great. All right, there's the Welcome to Linux Mint splash. Okay, so again, let's hit let's go. I do know I need to do things like desktop color, system snapshot. I did do driver manager already, which is great. Update manager, system settings I'll go into later. Software manager, this is what I want. I'll go through everything once I get OBS installed. But I want to get OBS up and running immediately, so that way I can quit this part too. Holy cow, focus please. Focus please, there we go. So that way I can stop this iPhone recording and use that instead. Okay, so we're gonna go up here to search, and we're gonna go OBS. Obsidian, cool. OBS Studio, lovely. And then it defaulted to the FlatHub version, which is nice. That's actually kind of cool. Instead of the system package, which I'm sure is a little bit older. If I go to system package, yeah, it's older, 27.2. But it probably runs better. Well, I don't know if it runs better or not, it's all good. And then the FlatHub version is version 30.2. We'll install the Flatpak version, that's fine. Install. Okay, additional software will be installed. Please take a look at the list below. It's gonna use 3.5 gigabytes of disk space, which is fine. OBS project, Freedom Desktop, Platform GL, it's all fine. Minty Aqua theme, KDE platform, that's fine. Now it's installing. And then once it's installed and it opens successfully, should be good to go. Should be good to go. Should be good to go. The jittering progress bar as it installs the various bits and pieces in the back. I think it like resets the bar every time it installs a new thing and then goes back to the original progress. It's funny that way. Also, just as a little side note thing, that like spinning loading icon likes to freeze. That's kind of weird. Should just keep spinning, shouldn't it? Like it spins and then it stops and then it spins and then it stops. Strange. Should just keep spinning. Now it's just spinning, which is great. That's what I wanted it to do. Just kind of strange that it stopped. Still installing. Seems to take a little bit to install here than it did before. All good though. All good. I think it installed faster on Windows. But again, at least Linux Mint doesn't, you know all the things about me. It doesn't know everything about me. It doesn't gather a lot of telemetry data. And I'm sure if it does gather some, I can opt out. Might even be opt-in. If I remember right, actually. I think Ubuntu has some default telemetry that you can opt out of. I think Mint, if I remember right, they disabled that. You'd have to opt in. But I'll double check that in settings once I get OBS up and running. If it eventually decides to finish. I'm actually mildly concerned that it's taking so long. Free and open source software for video capture and recording live streaming. 26 reviews. Optional components. Oh, that's cool. Background removal, Droid Cam, GStreamer. Input overlay. Oh, that's cool. Can you use the software manager here to actually install these plugins? That's cool. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna love that. Launch. Can I install? Oh, I can. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Because in Windows I couldn't. I had to install these plugins manually, like the background removal. Oh, that's awesome. Let me go ahead and add background removal here. I'm all for that. Droid Cam I don't need. Advanced Scene Switcher maybe? I'll add that later if I need it. Advanced Scene Switcher is nice for StarCraft streams. Rewards Theater I'm sure is going to be nice if I actually start live streaming. Waveform. Whatever, it's all good. Once this optional component is installed, we'll launch. We'll see if everything works okay. Be nice if that had a progress bar or something on it. Because I'm unsure if I can launch or if I need to wait for this to finish first. I think I'll wait for it to finish first. 440 megabytes shouldn't take that long. There it goes. Perfect. All right, we are good. Let's go ahead and launch. If it launches okay, then we should be a-okay. There we go. Background removal update is available. In this release, we bumped versions of OpenCV, trying to get rid of the annoying smart screen block on Windows. We're also rolling out releases through the AUR, Packstall, and Flatpak Linux. So there's an update available. A new version of the background removal plugin is now available for download. Download the latest version from GitHub once you've downloaded. I know that in Windows, OBS couldn't automatically install the updated version. I wonder if it's easy for me to install the updated version through Terminal. I'll look into that later. All right, there's the audio configuration wizard. I think we're looking pretty good. Let's go through the auto configuration wizard just because you guys won't be able to see that until I actually am done. So optimize for streaming, recording is secondary because I do want to do live streams eventually. I don't do them now, but I do want to do them. Recording is obviously what I want to use. All right. Base canvas resolution, I do want to use 1440p. I do prefer 60 FPS. I do have an account on Twitch. Let me go ahead and connect the account. I think that's it. Yep, okay. It's asking for a key, so hold on, let me stop recording really quick, go to my email account and actually do. Okay, connected my Twitch account. So we're good. Prefer hardware encoding. Let's go ahead and estimate bitrate. That's fine. It's gonna go through these tests, which it also does on Windows. So that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down for a minute so that way you guys don't learn my exact location as it goes through and it tests various servers around me. Still testing the servers around me. Should finish relatively quickly. It doesn't take long to do this test. Still testing servers around me. It's just about done. Doing a bandwidth test for a couple more servers around me. Okay. It has a recommendation for me. I'm going to go ahead and just accept the recommendation, even though I want the output resolution to be different. I can change that in settings myself later. And now we have OBS. Cool. So OBS is up and running. I can add scenes. I should be able to start recording soon enough. So yeah, that concludes part 2, I think. We should be in good shape. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.